I'm Kathy Bizarth, and I taught choral music at Noonan High School from the years of 1984 until 2008, total of 25 years. During that time, I also had good fortune of falling into becoming the sponsor for the senior play, which it was called during that time. I came in after Claudette Sides, who was the director before that, and then when she left, maybe 3 years, 4 years after I came, it fell on my shoulders, which was a wonderful thing, along with several other things that we did at Newton High School. I enjoyed it tremendously.
How did you end up becoming a teacher, and how did you end up at Noonan High School?
I don't know that I ever really wanted to be anything else other than a teacher. It just kind of chose me. I really didn't have any opportunity to do anything else, but that wasn't the reason that I became a teacher. I became a teacher because I just always loved my teachers. I loved what they did. I loved how I felt when I was at school, and especially loved music. And one thing just led to the other, and became a teacher. And I'm sure a lot of my teachers that I had in school would be very surprised if they knew I had become a teacher. But it has worked out well, and I got to Noonan. Actually, the school year had already started in 1984. I was teaching at Paulding County High School in Dallas, and had looked to maybe leave there to go to another situation. Although I was happy there, I wanted something a little larger, and maybe with a few more students than what I had had there. And one of my friends, who was actually a salesperson, came through and said they were looking for somebody for a choral director at Noonan High. And I knew the reputation of Noonan High School, particularly in the arts and music, and the athletic ability here. And Noonan High School just had a wonderful reputation. So I came and interviewed, and got the job. And my principal at Paulding County was very, very kind to let me out of my contract. So that was, I think, September of 1984.
What part of the job did you enjoy the most?
Oh my gosh. On what day? I made friends. I made a lot of friends, a lot of faculty, and you can imagine in 25 years, you've met a lot of people. And at that point, and even now, but not quite as much now, the faculty was stable. They stayed for years, and a lot of us were there for a long time, so we made some lifelong friends at Noonan. I enjoyed the students. I enjoyed the community, the way the community supported us and still does to this day. In small towns particularly, the school is one of the hubs of what happens. So it's just a really nice place to be. It was a safe place to be, and I enjoyed teaching there.
What do you think the importance of fine arts in general is to a school like Noonan, or any other high school for that matter?
Well, I think in general, to people, it helps them to develop who they're going to be. I have never taught to students toward them becoming a professional musician. That's not the way that I believe, or what I believe that music education is about. Music education is to round the person out, to make them have the feelings, and to become a citizen of the community, productive. And I think to give them responsibility, because so much of what we do is extracurricular. They have to live up to commitments. They have to work as a corporate. They have to work as a team. And music allows people to express things that they don't normally express. It gives them an outlet for all their feelings, for happiness, for sadness, for their creativity. And I think in a place like Noonan, or any other larger school such as Noonan is, and becoming more so, that is tremendously needed, particularly now when, as we were talking before, there's so much rigor. They need an opportunity to express the creative side of who and what they are, because they will carry that with them.
You mentioned a couple of times about the relationship between the school and the community. How important do you think that is?
Tremendously important. I don't believe a school can thrive without the community. And I think that the community cannot thrive without supporting the school, because that is who becomes the community. Those people that are at that school become the community. The community must have an impact on the school, so they will realize that that's what they owe to their community. Is they need the students I'm speaking of need to be part of the community to make it function, and to take those things that we teach them, not necessarily the academics or anything, one thing, but all that we teach them at the school, into their life, into the community, to become a productive part of the community.